Do you think that you could unify the country?
I think I can. So I tell this story when we were really rocking and rolling before COVID came in, the China virus, a gift from China. We were doing so well. We had the number one in history number of jobs. To this date, we've never had anything like it. Everybody was doing well. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, women, men, MIT graduates, Harvard graduates, Wharton graduates, people that didn't go to high school. Everybody, every single group was doing better than they've ever done. And the country was doing the best. It was the greatest our country has ever been. China was going to supposedly for 20 years, they were going to take over. In 2018, 2019, China would become the number one country with the economy. It wasn't happening. I was absolutely destroying them. I was charging China massive tariffs. We were taking in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. No president took in 10 cents, and I was taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. And an amazing thing happened. I was getting calls from people that were radical left or Democrats, but Democrats with a strong lean to the left. And they wanted to get together. They wanted to talk. They were coming. I'm telling you, had COVID not come in, we would have had a unified country. I was getting calls from people that wanted to meet, wanted to talk, wanted to almost make peace because we were doing so well. It was success. Success was bringing us together. And I was never a strong believer that this would happen. But the success of our country did the best it ever did in history. I mean, far better than it does now. Now we have massive inflation. We have tremendous problems. I mean, supply chain problem. We have every problem you can have. Everything was perfect. We had the perfect mix of everything. And I was getting calls from people that I would never have gotten calls from. And they wanted to get together. And I'm telling you, our nation was coming together. So the answer is yes. I think success can bring us together. And I think we can have success. We have to have energy. You know, energy is a thing that caused inflation. When they closed up the energy, the cost of energy, the cost of a tank of gasoline, it went up to $5, $6, $7, $8 in some places. And it's still very high. And if you bring down the cost of energy and if you do some very basic things.
Get rid of the windmills.
The windmills.
That's why I didn't go to Coachella this year, because when you drive to Palm Springs, you got to see all the windmills. And ever since you said that,
looks like
it just
a junkyard.
pisses me off when I see all the windmills.
How about the old ones that are sitting there rusting and nobody wants to take them down? And they say you can't put the blades underground because it would be very bad. It's a type of fiber and you can't bury it because it'll be bad for the environment if you bury it. So what are you going to do with it? Throw it up in the air? You look at certain areas around Coachella. You look at some of those areas where you have those abandoned wind farms. They look like junkyards. And remember, those windmills, many of them are very bad looking to start off. Some have a better design, but they start to rust, they start to rot. And in a certain number of years, they get abandoned. And they say, let's go to another location. No, it's like, it's a very, very expensive form of energy.